What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which seems to be very Borderlands-esque kind of game. Might even be the same creators, I don't know. But it was requested of me, so we're gonna check it out. So why don't we go and have a look at some settings?
All right, let's start off with the display settings here. We'll just show it once because nothing here will be changed. But 1080p, no VSync, no frame rate limit, no weird resolution scalings, normal field of view. So now, let's go look at some settings. Well, this is one of those games that has a very low setting, so we're going to start with that, and we'll move up from there. And this game also has a benchmark. It's not a very great benchmark, but it's still a benchmark, so now let's go move on to just that. All right. So benchmark just got done. It's a very short benchmark. Our average was 206.59, and our average rain time was 4.84. So now let's get into the gameplay. Well, here we are, starting off on very low at the very beginning of the game.
The Dragon Lord will soon reawaken. You must find his
So I think
tomb and prevent
for the
his
first couple
resurrection.
What I'm hearing is
graphic settings, we're just gonna
possess.
chill around in this area,
here's a little
because I don't know
cheat
what
sheet
it's
to
gonna
track your
do,
health
if it's
and
gonna
map
shove
and
me
stuff.
into a cave or a castle or what. And I don't want to get, you know, not the right footage. Inside buildings always gets lots of FPS or in caves compared to out here in the outside world, so the outside world, we will stay. I learned my lesson from Watch Dogs. Yeah, so it seems like it's literally just like a small little noob-friendly little abandoned village. Let's go look around at least for chests. Though it's probably gonna be a little difficult for me at first to differentiate just a chest from just some random wood crate or whatever that you can't even destroy yet. Well, you probably can, but I don't know how to melee or anything. But anyway, though, let us move on.
Well, after a lengthy introduction, I'm finally into gameplay. Got about a minute of screen, so I figure we'll get about a minute of camera as well. I'm just running around, just exploring. It told me to follow the road, but instead I'm gonna just go all over the place. At least at first. I'll do what they say eventually, but for now I'm just gonna look around and get as much footage as I can before they randomly throw me in a cave or something. I was so worried I was gonna start off in a cave, to be perfectly honest with you guys. What is this? Oh, it's a tutorial thingy. Cool. Collecting all the stuff from around here. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of gold. Going around exploring. It's a good thing I was doing this. There's so many chests just strewn about. Cool. Hey, and look at that. It's already time for us to move on to the next graphics setting.
Now we're gonna move on to low settings. So here they all are. Kind of interesting. It moves some things right up to medium. I guess those are settings that just don't have a low setting. Still, glad this thing just has presets. There's a lot of settings here for me to have to try to figure out otherwise. Anyway though, benchmark. Well, here's the results for the low benchmark. And we got 200.98 this time. And our average was 4.98 for frame time. So, into the game we go. Alright, so now for low, we're right back where we were. So, at least it's consistent. Nothing exciting going on here, but we can at least compare it flawlessly to what we were doing before with a very low. Because we're in the exact same spot. Might be walking around in different areas, but we're in pretty much vaguely the same area. I'm just looking for any other random treasures. There's some random flowers, apparently. See, there's a cave. I don't know if that's the one I can go in or not, but no, according to the map, it doesn't really look like I can go in there, but let's at least get close to make sure there's not, like, items or something. Nope. Was worth a shot, though. You never know with games like this. And besides, it's just time to explore and get a knack for running around and jumping around and searching for shit. And like I was saying before, I don't know where it's going to shove me. I don't know if it's going to put me in a building or in a cave or a castle or what. Hell, for all I know, it's going to shove me in that windmill up there. Probably not, but just as an example. And at least I keep getting more and more gold every time I quit and come back, even though I quit without saving. This game probably just auto-saves like all the time and just puts you in the last area you were in. I don't know for a fact, but we'll see. Anyway, though, it's time for us to move on.
Well, now for some low camera recorded gameplay here. I don't think I actually mentioned that the first one was very low. Not very many games have very low anymore. Hell, I'm just glad this game's got presets. That way I don't have to sit there and figure everything out. Less work for me, and then I can get my videos done quicker for you. So it's a win-win for everybody, really. Oh, nope, nothing else there. Okay. I already got those chests. Can't attack anything yet because I don't have a weapon. At least not yet. I'm sure they're going to give me one probably like right up there at that thing. I bet once I walk there, there'll be a cutscene and I'll learn how to fight or something. Just a guess. But I'm not quite ready to go there yet. First I want to find the location of every chest here. Because it kind of looks like I get gold, and then when I leave the game to mess with the settings, I get to keep all that gold, and then it respawns all the chests. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, what is happening. So I'm totally okay with getting a bunch more gold. That doesn't bother me at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess it is a little cheap. But I'm not technically cheating, so who cares? It's not like it's a lot of gold anyway. It looked like it was like 5 gold here and there. Anyway, let us move on.
On to medium now. So here's all the medium settings. There are a lot of settings in this game. Definitely takes me a little bit to go through them for y'all, but it's worth it in the end. And now, benchmark. Well, medium benchmark just got done. We got 172.06 for average FPS and a 5.81 for average frame time. So now we can go get into the game. Now we're on medium. So again, let's just run around a little bit. Pretty soon here I'll move on though, as this is getting pretty old. And from the looks of it, it doesn't seem like I'm going to get shoved in any place enclosed too soon, so I think it's about time for us to move at least down the road a little bit more. Yeah, that's right. You can't really ever go into buildings, can ya? Or at least not yet.
Bridge is out. If I paid taxes, this would hurt me.
Yeah, I guess the bridge is out, isn't it?
You recognize one of the Queen's waystones. It seems.
Oh,
to
does it
pull
now?
to you. The Queen's magic enters you through the stone, granting you the power of.
Oh, we got aura now, huh?
You now have magical sight and hearing, baby.
Queen Butt Stallion! She's guiding us on our quest!
Sure enough, baby.
Ha.
A trail of spectral
Alright, anyway,
footprints
let's move on.
leads
Well, now we're on medium. And I guess I'm following some spectral footprints. I'm gonna like totally jump over it and shit. That's right. I have the power. Oh shit, I'm gonna do it again. I totally jumped. Oh, this game's pretty funny. It has a pretty funny sense of humor about itself. And it's a fantasy world. It's just like Borderlands, only fantasy. Which is what I'm kind of a fan of. I kind of like Lord of the Rings and stuff a lot more than, say, Star Wars. Not that Star Wars is bad. I just like that. And I like Diablo more than StarCraft. So on and so forth. Oh, cool. I finally have a weapon.
A cave mouse is covered over nearby. Only a beginner.
Alright, let us move on.
Now we're going to move on to high settings. So we'll just take a very quick look through all of these really fast for everybody. And I think that's good enough. Benchmark it is. So here's the benchmark for high. We got 140.11 for average and 7.14 for average frame time. And now we can get into the game. So here we are in high settings mode now. And I guess we're gonna have to get through here. So V is melee, is it?
So the magical hoof prints continue
Well,
through
since
the
it's not
cave.
the mouse clicking
The rocky
version or
ceiling
buttons, I'm
dips
assuming that this game is going to give me some
The
guns
true
or bows or
Fate
something.
knows when to stand tall
Something ranged
and
to
when
use with the
crouch.
clicks. Alright, well we are stuck in a
Now's the
small
time
cave,
I was
but from the
talking
looks
about.
of it,
It's
it looks like it's going to be a very
Yeah,
short
work them
one.
sweet glutes. And if you get a running start and crouch, you'll slide around like a cool action hero.
Oh, that's cool. I like doing that. Alright, cool. If I remember correctly in Borderlands, every time I got to one of those, it was like kind of like a waypoint for my body. So if I died, I'd come back there. So same thing as probably for if I quit.
Another waystone guides your path.
Okay, more waystone,
Will
eh?
mean going through a pack of nasty, pinchy crabs.
Oh, pinch crabs.
Yeah, combat.
Exactly. But before we kill them
Pinchy!
all,
There's no
we will
Pinchy!
move on.
Moving right along to some high camera gameplay. Oh, it looks like we gotta attack some crabs. Take that, crabs.
Luckily, they were burying their life savings. For some reason, all yours now.
Exactly. I've always wondered that too. Like, why do these crabs have money? Or why the hell does that wolf have, like, a rare sword? I swear I just heard a growl. Aha, so melee can break through things like that. I just figured clicks were gonna do that. But it's V. Probably because you get guns and stuff later. Looks like you do in the benchmark anyway. Alright, we'll go over a waystone here. Alright, got some random stuff. And it's also time to move on.
The time for Ultra is here. So, let's just look over what all Ultra settings are. And with that, we can now do a benchmark. Now the benchmark for Ultra's done. We averaged 121.61 this time. And we got 8.22 for average frame time. So now, let's go get into the game. Well, here we are, getting some Ultra gameplay now. And it looks like it's time for us to climb up this mountain a little bit here. Alright, you can melee those, I was wondering. And then now I know. Ooh, what's in this pile of bones? Stuff. Stuff is always good. We're supposed to jump down here now, are we? Alright, well, before we investigate the shrine, let's go look off into the world here. And I think before we actually jump up onto that thing, let's just move on.
Now we're on Ultra. It looks like I think I've reached the end of my destination.
That foreseen your arrival and left a powerful weapon for you.
Alright, well, what's it going to be?
This thing reminds me of gravel.
It's like a gunbow.
Wait, there's guns?
Crossbow.
Fantasy?
You're a Tanis fantasy, baby! Set through. Shrines roar, rises beneath. For king, you can spy a quick little village nestled in the delicious version of the
For a second, I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do.
A dark and ancient castle lurks lurkingly.
If I was sealing away the Dragon Lord, it would be in an inconspicuous ruin, such as that.
Exactly. And now, let us move on.
Now we're completely maxed out, or as they like to call it, badass graphics settings. So everything that can be turned up is up, I believe. Well, apparently motion blur and stuff like that, but I don't think that really affects FPS that much. Same thing with the sharpening. Anyway, now let's move on to a benchmark. Well, for badass, we got 115.29 average FPS, and our frame time was 8.67. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So now let's go see how the game does. So now we got ourselves some badass gameplay here. So let's just hop on down. See what we got in this chest. Ooh, ammo. I like ammo. And I'm getting a lot of ammo for guns I don't have yet, so I'll be all full by the time I finally get them. At least that's what I'm assuming. Alright, what's back here? Because I bet if I go too far, I'll start a battle, but maybe we should just start the battle. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's just go start the battle. I'll just go over here. Yeah, there we go.
You will never reach the dark.
Oh, yes, I will.
Scatterman ambush! Go break some bones, fake man.
Alright, I guess we're gonna finally get to test out this bow. Alright.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a warning shot.
There we go, we're taking them down. Alright, I don't like you, you shoot at me. So I want to take care of you guys first.
Holy crap, they might reach the Dark Master. I gotta book it.
Yeah. Whatever he's talking
Alright,
about.
let us move on.
Alright, and now we're on Badass or Maxed or whatever you want to call it.
The Queen's diamond tail! Lies! You are so skeleton! Spread out my undead hordes! We must find the master!
Huh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was busy fighting, so I have no idea where he was talking from. Alright, so I'm supposed to go up there. Alright. How do I do that? Nope, those aren't stairs. Alright, nope, that's not how you do it. Oh yeah, I'll figure this out. There's gotta be a way up there. Oh, probably right over here. Sweet. Alright, and then we can... There we go, badass. What do we got here?
Ooh, you found a ward!
I found a ward.
Magical shield above your helmet.
Cool. So, pretty much just like Borderlands. Cool. I'm good with Borderlands. I like Borderlands. So it's exactly Borderlands, only with fantasy. Anyway, though, I think that's about it for the game. We've done all the settings. So, Now why don't we just wrap this up? Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. At least at 1080p. And it did great. Even on Badass, we were way over 60 FPS, but looks like it's probably going to be one of those games that ultra wide and 4K has a problem with when you get to the higher settings, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace out, guys.